welcome back, wonderful class from SNAC. Okay, welcome back. And what we are about to jump into is our math lesson for today. So who would like to see what type of math detectives we're going to be today by reading our investigative question? Ava, go ahead and read our investigative question for today, loud and proud.
How can we make a
Smaller
total equal to the greater total?
Very good. How can we make a smaller total equal to a greater total? So that's what we are going to have to be math detectives about today. Okay? So I want you to hold that question in your mind. Okay? Hold that question in your mind. So let's get ready to get our brains moving with some math fluency today. So on the board, we have choral response, okay? And you're going to tell me how many more we need to make 10. So if we have 5 up at the top and 4 at the bottom, how much more do we need to make 10, Irie?
6.
Close. Who can help him out? Estelle. How many? 1 more. All right, let's keep looking, Irie. Let's keep looking. All right. Ooh, take a moment. And look at that. Take a moment. That's different. That's different. Okay, who can do it? Who can do it? Here we go. All right, Jeremiah. Okay, 1 to make what total? Okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at it. We have how much right here? 10. Okay, so let's count on. 10, 11,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Now, are we making a 10 or how much more do we need to make the next whole 10? 20. So the next whole 10 would be what? 20. So how much more do we need to make 20? 1. Very good. Very good. Okay, take a look at that one. Who have the answer in their mind? Lock it in. Here we go. Maverick, how much more do you need to make 10? All right, he says 2 more. So if we got 5 and we count on, if we drop the 5, Maverick, drop the 5. Okay? Now let's count on, bud. We got 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 2 spots that's missing. Okay, what comes after 8? 9 and 10. So how many more do we need to make 10?
1.
2 more to make 10. Very good. Way to drop that number and save it in there. Good. Okay. Ooh, look at that one. Who has it? And you got to be able to tell me why. You have to tell me why. Okay. Rashawn. Say it one more time. Okay, he said he needs 2. But tell me the value of the silver coin. Who can tell me the value and the name of the silver coin? Jeremiah. Okay, he said a dime is 10. Now, who can tell me the value of the brown coin and the name? Who can tell me? Cameron. Okay, it's a penny and it is worth 1 cent. So we have 10 and he said it needs 10 more. How many 1 cents do we have up there already?
8.
Very good, Irie. We have 8. So 10 plus 8, that's going to give us what? 18. But we're trying to get to the next what?
10.
To the next 10. So if we got 18, what would be the next 10? So how many are we missing, Rashawn? 2. We're missing 2. So if we got 18, let's drop the 18. Maribel, you ready to count on? Drop the 18. I got it. Let's hold it. 18. Count on. 19 and 20. And if we look here, and this is 16, if we had 15, and the other one is 16, which number is greater? Which number is greater? And you have to use it in a complete sentence. Which number is greater? Talk to me, Rashawn.
16.
Okay, how would we use that in a complete sentence? Who can help him out? Estelle.
15 is less than 16.
Okay, 15 is less than 16. Okay, but 16 is greater. How do we know that 16 is greater? Talk to me. Who knows? Who knows, Charlotte?
Because took the 1 away, and it's like 5, 6. 6 goes higher. If you had a 10 chart, it would go higher. But then if you had a 5, it would go a little bit lower. They're just like right beside each other, but the 6 is higher. You just add the 1, then it would be 16, which is greater than 15.
Very good. So which way would the crocodile eat?
16.
He would eat the 16 because that crocodile always wants to eat more. So 15 is less than 16. Now, when we talk in terms of what each number is made of, what are these numbers made of? Tens and ones. They are made up of tens and ones. Okay? Made up of tens and ones. Now, how many tens is in 15?
1.
Talk to me.
1.
1 10. It is 1 10 in 15. How do we know it's 1 10?
Because it shows in the beginning of the number.
Okay, it shows it in the beginning of a number. How many ones is in 15? 5 ones. Okay? Now, how many tens is in 16, class? 1. How many ones is in 16, class? 6. Yes. So we got 1 10 and 5 ones and 1 10 and 6 ones. Very good. All right. So let's get into some meat and potatoes of what we are going to be doing today. Some meat and potatoes, that's what I said. Yes. Okay, and the computer is moving a little slow today, but it's okay. Now, let's talk about what's going to happen today. Are we ready?
Yes.
I'll wait for you. Okay, so you have your double place value chart. So you should already have that in your red when ready board right here, right? Everybody has that? Okay, now let's look at this. Let's take a look at this. Maverick, what 2 numbers do you see out front? 9 and 3. You see a 9 and a 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So, I want you to talk about it with your table. What is another way that you could write 9 and 3? I will give you 45 seconds. Talk about it with your table. What is another way that you could write 9 and 3? What other way?
If you wanted to put it kind of like on the board,
right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now, I heard some interesting things, okay? I heard you guys breaking it all the way down. I heard, well, you could take 9 10s and you can put some 1s and you can add 9 and 3 together. Yes, I said, what are other ways that you could write 9 and 3? Because we have been working on different ways to represent a number, right? Absolutely. But then I came across a table that said what?
That if you wanted to do it like how you did on the board, you can have 9 and 3 and then 3 and 9, which is commutative property.
Okay, so then she said this is commutative property. Now, let me ask you this. If I was to take 9 and 3 and put it together, what number would that be, class?
12.
Did I say add it together?
Yeah.
I said put it together. So what would it be? 93. If I took 3 and 9 and put it together, what number would that be? 39. Okay? Did I take the same two numbers and write it a different way?
Yes.
Yes. Now, do they have the same value? Ah, look at it. Do they have the same value? Look at it. I have 93 and I have 39. Do they have the same value?
Yes. Yes. If yes.
Looking at it right now, are they the same?
No.
No. Because why? Why, Estelle?
Because the 9 is at, because the first one, the 9 is at the front, but the second one, the 9 is at the back.
Okay, because the 9 here is at the front and the 9 here is at the back. What else? Dig deep, guys. Emma.
So 9 is greater than 3, so there's 9 tenths, and the other one is 3 tenths, so 93 is greater.
Girl, you better kiss your brain. She said because 9 is greater than 3. And 93 has how many tens? 9. And 39 has how many tens? 3. So 93 is what? Greater than 39. Okay, so let's take out your boards. Take out your boards. Take out your boards. Where's your stuff? Go get it. We'll come right back. Okay, so let's take out your boards. Take out your boards. All right, you ready? You ready? I'm ready. All right, here we go. Now, on your board, it has tens, and it has what? Ones, has a good old T-chart. Okay, and it has 3 and it has 9. Now, go ahead and write that in your book, on your board now. Okay. 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 All right, we ready? Now, I want you to draw me a representation of 3, 9. I want to know how many tens you have, how many ones you have, and I want a drawing to match that. Show me that. Show me that. I want you to erase this, Iris, and turn it the right way, bud. Erase that. Huh?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go see. Okay.
39.
You have 39. Now I need a drawing to match that. I need a drawing to match that. When you have it, give me a thumbs up. Okay? Very good. Now, in the second block, I want you to write the other way that we were talking about. I got my 10s, and I got my 1s, and you have to think about the other way that you were. Think about the. Okay, what is the other way that we write the number? Okay, we got 9 and we got 3, and I need a drawing to represent that as well. Okay, so let's look at it. Now can you see why they are different? Now can you see why they are different? Who can come up here and draw me the 3 10s and 9 1s and the 9 10s and the 3 1s, okay? Let me have Emma come on up. Jeremiah, come on up. That represents some of our friends from a different country, okay? So, and these are wonderful desserts, right? And the first one is some churros, okay? It's some churros. It is a Hispanic type of dessert. It's a Hispanic type of dessert. Now, the other one is a Korean type of dessert. Give me 1 second, guys. Continue to look at the picture. Okay. Okay, so we have churros right here. We have churros, right? And we have the ice cream. We have the Korean ice cream, Bingju, okay? Right here. Now, if I had 25 servings of churros and 25 servings of Bingjing, okay, our number is 25. On your board, while Miss Shaw is in here, on your board, I want to see 2 different ways to represent 25. 2 different ways that you can represent 25, and I will be. Now, what is the other way we can write 25? 52. And how many 10s is in 52? 5. And how many 1s? 2. So, what is the difference?
You just swap the numbers around.
We did commutative property. We just switched them around. Okay, yes, we did. So, but if we are comparing, we're saying that 25 is what? Less than what?
52.
52. But what if I put 52 over here? Now what am I saying?
52 is greater than
52
25.
is greater, so which way am I, my lovely crocodile, gonna chomp now?
No.
Yes, he is going to eat the bigger number. Very good. All right, guys, so what we are about to do is do a little partner work, okay? We're going to, and I will be around to assist you, okay? So if you get 2 and 2, so then what would that be?
22 and 22.
So how would you compare that?
You
It would be what?
can write
If you got 2 and 2, it would be what? What would be your comparison?
22 and 22.
So what is the comparison? They're what?
Equal.
They're